Shalom. Excuse my appearance right now. I know I'm not all up and dressed and everything, but I had to make this video how I'm making it right now. So I wanted to share with y'all a dream that I had just the other day. And it goes like this. Pretty much in a dream, I was in my house with other family members, and it's kind of blurry, so excuse me if I'm thinking, because the details are kind of blurred, but I remember certain points. Basically, there was different clones. I had a clone. Some other ones in the house had a clone, and this clone was pretty much fighting against us. And the clone eventually, well, I know for me, the clone killed me. And I seen it sitting in the car, and it said, I'm tired of being like her. I'm tired of portraying myself as if I'm her. I'm tired of acting like her. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm about to do whatever I want to do. That's what the clone said, sitting in the car. And okay, so the dream continues on, and then next thing I know, I wake up in the dream. Not in real life, but in the dream, I wake up. And when I got up, I just didn't know anything. Nothing was in my mind to remember. I had no clue of who I was, where I was, what I was, why I was, what I was. I didn't have any clue of anything around me. I was looking around just like bewildered in a daze, and I was confused. And so I go out the door. I went down the steps, and as soon as I got to the bottom step, it's like something triggered. I don't know if somebody said a trigger word or if I seen something that triggered me, but it was like this rush, and I literally felt it. A rush of like wind full of remembrance came, it hit me, and it's just all of a sudden it clicked. And I literally felt this, like a rush of wind hit me, and I clicked into this personality and everything I remembered, and I could recall what happened yesterday. I began to like interact with the people around me, and I put on this personality, and nobody was hip to the fact that I was, not the real one. And I woke up in reality. I woke up in real life. And I was kind of perplexed. I was like, why in the world did I have this dream? And why did, the clone kill me? And keep in mind, I didn't do any clone research or, deeply spending hours online or in books researching about clones. I wasn't even on cloning. I wasn't even thinking about it, and so that's how I know it wasn't a dream that came from my imagination or just came, because I was thinking about it so much. This dream was random. It was indeed random. And, I asked the Most High, I'm like, what does this mean? And he basically showed me, and I don't want to scare anybody out there, but he basically showed me that the powers that be and these devils out here that have the capacity and the high technology that's capable of extensive inventions and everything, they have the capability, and they're not just cloning celebrities. They're cloning average people, average everyday people like you and me. And he showed me that I indeed have a clone of me. And the thing is, technology have become so advanced that all they need is a strand of your DNA. All they need is a blood sample. And that's enough for them to go take it and splice it and, copy it and, put it on a petri dish and do what they do. They got a machine that'll stir it up and charge it, and it's demonic. Really, it's demonic. It's demonic. It's demonic. I'm sorry. It's demonic. Advanced technology. Basically, they got all these ideas, and they got this understanding. Mankind has gotten this from the reptilians, the fallen angels. They've gotten all these inventions from Satan, pretty much, in exchange for human souls and human sacrifices and all that. Children, blood. They are making pacts and covenants with underground reptilians. And the thing is, it goes so deep, y'all. That's why I'm trying to gather my thoughts. It goes so deep. So help me, Father Yahuwah. The thing is, they don't need to just kidnap you in the physical. They don't need to do that. Like I said, they have become so advanced and so connected with Satan that the way they can get you is, and the thing is, they can't fully get me. Yes, they have a copy of me. They got a clone of me, but they can't get me because I'm sealed by the Most High. I'm His, so I'm covered. But that dream is showing me that they want to kill me and replace me with the clone, but they can't do it, like I just said. But the way they can get you is through REM sleep, REM sleep, rapid eye movement. This is the kind of sleep that everyone goes into after about an hour or so. It's a very deep sleep, and that's when your consciousness pretty much leaves your body. And they have this high technology in this underground facility as to where they operate in that realm. The witches, the Queen of England, the reptilians, the hybrids, the devils, the Illuminati, they all operate in this realm, in the other realm, outside of the veil. They don't need to work in the physical no more. It's really a spiritual battle, a spiritual war. And so what they're doing, as soon as those different ones go into the REM sleep, they have a clone of that person. And I guess when they enter into that dimension, there's a light or a detection that goes off next to the clone. And that's when their consciousness is hijacked and transferred to the clone. And that's when they can begin to, manipulate and do whatever. And they also copy your thoughts and your mind and your personality and everything about you onto this machinery and pretty much inject it into the clone. I know it sounds far-fetched and it sounds so crazy, but a lot of people have been killed and replaced. And I'm not just talking about celebrities. I'm talking about average people who have never given their life over to the Most High. If you haven't given your life over to the Most High and repented of your sins and trying to walk in the newness of life and been born again, you are not safe. You are not safe. You out here, you want to play on the fence, you want to play in the middle, you want to be an atheist or agnostic, or you don't want to believe, or you want to believe in Egyptology, or you want to believe in your chakras, raising your chakras and opening your third eye. And you want to believe that all the names of these gods are connected. Buddha, Allah, Muhammad, Krishna, they're all one. If you want to believe all these strange doctrines, I'm telling you, you're not safe. Because they can hijack you in the other realm, in the other dimension, take your consciousness, copy it, download it to this clone, and kill you and replace you. It's that serious. If you're not handpicked and chosen and sealed by the Most High, if your name is not written in the book of life, Satan is on your heels. And so I'm so happy that I'm covered, because I know what Satan is doing behind the veil. And I'm going to get a little bit deeper into that later on. Right now, I can't release too much, but I can release this. But basically, it's very deep, y'all. The rabbit hole is deep. Y'all got to get out of the shallow end and start getting in the deep end. It's deeper than y'all family and your car and your kids and your job and your house and this and your that. Man, this warfare is real deep and spiritual. It transcends the physical. And so I know how they got a copy of me. First of all, I know they have a copy of my mother. They been got a copy of her. She can tell you herself. And I don't know when she's going to share her different testimonies. I'm going to try to get her to share these things, but I'm going to share a little bit of it. Back in like the 80s, my mom, you know, she got pregnant. My mom had 9 kids, 5 boys and 4 girls. And so, you know, she was in and out the hospital a lot back in those days. Her and my father, you know, she was married and everything. So anyway, they did a test. You know, they got, when you're pregnant and you go to the hospital, they got to do certain tests on you, take your blood and do certain little things. So tell me why they took a sample of her blood and they found a gene, a whole cluster of this rare, it's this rare gene that my mom has. And the doctors were flabbergasted. They sent this little sample. They took a little sample and sent it to the Netherlands or whatever. And then they came back with the results, sat my mom down and told her they would pay her, I believe, like $300 or something for the whole cluster. They needed that whole cluster. And she was like, wait, what is going on? She didn't know what she had within her blood, but they knew she had this rare gene that I guess it was only found in like one other person on earth or whatever. I can't give you full details because only she can explain it better, but she tells us, you know, this story all the time. Well, I've heard this story several times, so I can tell you what I know and how I can relate. But basically, they was telling her that she has the rarest gene ever, and they need this gene for just extensive research and study. They need this gene to help so many. This gene will help. I can't explain why they said they needed a gene, but basically they sat her down and said they would pay her, wrote up a contract and everything. And my mom, she didn't know what she had. I guess she said if she didn't do it, they were so adamant they was gonna find a way to get it regardless. They probably would have killed her. And so she did it. She took the money, and she said they had a presidential plane. They had one of the, they had a separate plane and flew that sample, that gene cluster out overnight. They had a presidential type of airplane, one of them, you know, high class aircraft, and sent it out that very night to only the Most High knows where. And she said the next year, that's when Dolly the sheep came out. The cloned sheep named Dolly. And I know they've been cloning years before that, but I think they needed something else to really produce in mass amounts. You know, they doing little stuff behind the scenes that it's hard for me to explain, but I know what they're doing. And so, but like I said, now they've gotten so extensive, and Satan has gave them so many little, he's gave them a lot of more understanding or whatever, to the point where all they need is your blood. And so they got my mom. I know they got a clone of her. They got all that information on her. They probably got a clone of everybody in this house. And I know they got a clone of me because the Most High showed me. And not just with this dream, but I had another dream. But I'm going to share that later. I had another dream just last night. And so the Most High is just showing me what's going on behind the veil, because I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm totally not afraid, y'all. I'm a martyr. I am a martyr for the Most High. I don't care what you cannot kill my soul. You can't take my soul. You can kill the flesh. You can break the bones. But my soul belongs to the Most High, Yahuwah. So I'm not afraid. So I'm not afraid to release this. I don't have a 501c3. Or I don't have a contract with Hashatan, the devil, as to where I can't release everything that the Most High wills for me to release. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to say what I'm saying right now. I know they watching. I know they listening. I know they raging. I know they got, plots against me. They got hits out against me. But my hour is not yet come. So they can come in one way and they're going to flee out 7 ways until all be fulfilled within my life. And though I may die in the physical, I live forevermore with my Father. And I believe I'm coming back to fight. And I'm going to reign with him. On earth, in a 1,000-year reign. Man, I'm not even going to get all into that. But I know, I'm not here to stay. And I'm not here to set up shop. And I know that Satan is looking for victims. He roams about to and forth, back and forth, seeking whom he may devour. And if you're not sealed and covered with the covenant of the Most High, sealed with the blood of the Lamb upon your doorpost, then Satan is already coming for you. And many of you, he probably already got. Like, why you think people be walking around here looking weird, acting weird, smoking everything, drinking everything? They never want to repent. A lot of them have been replaced. And they got handlers within their family. An auntie who's a Mason or an Eastern Star is watching you, keeping you in submission, keeping that clone in you in submission, keeping that wicked version of that person in order, in line, speaking certain trigger words to make that clone, remember certain things and keep on that personality. It's a lot of hybrid people walking around here. It is. And it's some that are already in the cloning centers just waiting to be released. But if you are sealed, like me, they can't hijack my consciousness. They want to, but they can't take me because I'm already used by the Most High. I'm already occupied by the Ruach. So they cannot have me. But I know the moment that I fall, Satan is waiting. Or if I were to ever denounce the Father or denounce what I believe in, denounce and break the seal that's over my life, Satan gonna come and try to take me out and replace me. And next thing you know, I'm next to Oprah, or I'm next to Juanita Bynum, or I'm next to some of these fake, lying, wicked, warlock, devil-worshiping preachers and pastors that got these mega churches, mega mess. But that'll never happen, y'all. But I'm saying what Satan has planned. I'm saying what he's doing behind the scenes. Got to keep it 100. Got to keep it real. And y'all beware of people around you that seem like they changed. Like, I know there's somebody in this house, not even too far from me, in the same vicinity, in the next room, that worships Satan. And I think they are a clone. They walk around with dark shades on, dark clothes all the time. And this is a half brother of mine, keep in mind. I know he be watching and doing little things in the spirit realm. Stay in the room pretty much all the time. Come out late at night. I'm gonna get deeper into that later as a Most High permits, but I know what's going on. I'm not afraid. Don't think it's no woe is me because I speak certain things. I'm a martyr. I'm a warrior. I'm really here to die for my Father, which art in heaven, in Yahushua HaMashiach's name. Nothing here. The Most High has shown me ever since I think I really was waking up when I was in high school and my father passed. And the Most High showed me bit by bit. It wasn't all in one day, but it was increments, and I couldn't understand it at the time. But now I understand. Most High was showing me that through his death, because that was the first death that I really experienced. I mean, it was certain ones in the school that had died and stuff, certain friends and stuff that had passed away, but that one hit home for me because I kind of had a false reality, a facade of life, the meaning of life in my head. And that broke some barriers, and that broke a little layer off of me and let me know little by little that this is not home. This is not home. We all got to go someday. Don't get me wrong. I would love to, be married, have a husband, have children. But if it's not the will of my life, Father, your will be done. I want to do whatever his will is. I love to do my Father's will. But ever since then, I've just learned little by little that I'm just a pilgrim. I'm just a pilgrim. I can never live fake in a fake reality. All of this is a fake reality, really. Only thing that matters here is getting your name written in the book of life. Getting redeemed. Getting reconciled back unto the Father. That's the only thing that really matters. Yes, I love to laugh and I'm a pleasant person to be around. I love people. I don't hold any grudge or animosity towards anybody because I'm here to die. Whatever happened to me in the past, it don't matter. I'm here to die anyway. Whatever persecution comes my way, yes, I may speak about it. I may rebuke it. I may talk about it with a fervent passion or whatever, but ultimately it don't faze me. It don't move me because I know I'm here to die. And Satan can't have me. He wanted me so bad. He still wants me, but he can't have me. And so I know I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent, but to bring it back to the topic at hand, there's clones, y'all. There's underground bases, underground cloning centers, facilities that are very extravagant, very extensive. I ain't talking about no little hole or a little just hole in the ground or dug out cave. I'm talking about extensive equipment that are miles high and miles and upon miles long. They have the latest of technology. They have forbidden technology. They got technology they should not have because, like I said, the queen of English she's a reptile. All of them that are supposed to be the elite of society, the Rothschilds and the Illuminati and the Bilderberg and all these families that keep their satanic bloodline untampered with. I was gonna say undefiled, but it's already defiled. But basically, they keep everything is incest. They all sleeping together to keep that reptilian bloodline alive. And you can't be a part of the Rothschild. You can't be a Rockefeller. Jay-Z talking about he a Rockefeller. You a fool. But he we got some coons out there that love sucking and licking on a white man's boot. These, I'm going to say beyond white man, I'm going to say the reptilian devil hybrid boot that they, name their little companies after them. They put their little logos up with the RC and high and blah, blah, blah. But these elite devils are in cahoots with the literal reptilians that are not. See, the queen, it's a shapeshifter, and all of them, what's his name? Prince Harry and Prince Charles and, all them want to be princes and queens and princesses and all of them. They all are hybrids and they're shapeshifters. But there are literal underground creatures, underground demons that are reserved in the pitch blackness of underground that have this hidden forbidden technology. They have these hidden powers. Why you think they built the CERN machine? Why you think that they teaching mankind to open portals to hell? The CERN machine is forbidden technology from fallen demonic angels. And the Most High is allowing it because, y'all, we at the finishing stretch. We at the home stretch. Y'all think we got another more 100 years, or you think we got another more 50 years to go? like this, how society is in the normal society and how everything is functioning in a, you know, pretty decent manner, you think we got more of this coming? No, it's gonna get all hell about to break loose. But basically, y'all, I know I'm going off on a bit of a tangent, but listen closely. They call them aliens, but they're demonic demons, reptilians. They're demons from hell that in exchange for this forbidden information and forbidden technology, they're taking the blood of children, the blood of innocent children, eating them, surviving off blood. Why you think all these millions of children that come up missing every year, never to be found? Where do you think they go? They just disappear into thin air? We got so much cameras and so much technology and GPS, but yet they disappear without a trace. No, they're getting all funneled to the Vatican and to the Queen and to underground bases, to reptilians, to be lunchables. They don't eat nothing else. They don't eat normal food. They don't eat what we eat. They eat blood. Getting drunk off the blood of the saints, really. Little Hebrew children coming up missing. They getting funneled right to, I don't even want to speak on it, but no fret, no worry. It's all going to come back around because them children going to be resurrected in the end. And I bet they coming back to fight. So that's why the Most High is not, you know, he's not putting out their fire right away, because it's coming back around. You know, one day, I mean, 1,000 years is just one day with the